So when I crank this, it shouldn't just turn the whole thing, it should actually allow me to adjust the length, or this is actually the speed of the stroke. So whilst that's all nice and it runs, I need to take all this apart. I need to find out is why I can't adjust this bit. But this should slide backwards and forwards, should be adjustable, and there is a nut. So I showed you the nut on the other side. That turns this screw via probably a similar mechanism to what raises and lowers the apron. And it should slide backwards and forwards, but it doesn't. And I don't know why. So the next step is to pull the ball wheel out, so I can take all of this apart and figure out what's actually the problem. Okay, so the problem turned out to be a piece of swarf stuck in the bevel gear, resulting in a bent pin, almost sheared, all because somebody greased this area. So please don't grease that area. I ended up having to cut a groove into the slider to get everything apart. Okay, so we're making some progress. We've got the gear installed, ball wheel is installed, mechanism repaired, the drive wheel is there, got most of the rust off. So, making some progress at last. This mechanism doesn't quite work. I don't know, I don't think it's free enough yet, but it doesn't do the ratcheting thing. I need to put that cover plate on. I've used sealed bearings, so oil leakage should be pretty much a non-existent thing. So yeah, next thing, Scotch yoke goes in. We fit the little bearing blocks, adjust these bits so it's running vertical and true. And then we should be right to get the gearbox fitted. Then the motor. Now for the gearbox we are missing 3 springs which govern the dent levers. I do have the ball bearings that do that. I just don't have the springs. I need to make a replacement handle. I mean, I have it, but this one is broken. So I was going to use this one as a pattern. May just end up buying one. So once we've got the gearbox fitted and the motor, then we will hang the apron and the table. Mount the tool head and the aft guide rails, and then we were right to start fitting all the felts. So yeah, making some progress at last. So this is the quick change gearbox for the Elliott shaper. Yes, it has been underwater, however it was wrapped up in such a way that it should have minimized the amount of silt settling within it. It runs well at the moment. There's no play in the bearings, no obvious grinding, but I do want to change them ultimately. But for the moment, what I'm going to do is extensively clean it, mount it on the shaper itself, run it for a few minutes so I can figure out what else downstream from the gearbox also needs to be pulled apart for extensive reworking. So once I've done that, this will also give me a chance to wash out things and run it with some actual lubricant to wash it properly, give it a proper run in, given that I've moved bearings around, I've moved gears around and so on, so we can just see if things are meshing properly. So let's get cleaning. I won't say we're going to have fun, because this is probably not going to actually be a lot of fun. Yeah, let's do this. That leaks like a sieve. Ugh, that stinks. Anyway, you get the idea. Alright, there are no good angles for this. I hope I've got enough clearance for this, which it looks like I do. The big issue is, have I got this gear around the right way? The math says I do. So okay. Let's see if this works. Go up a little bit. Oh, for some little fingers. Oh, let's not lose that. I'm gonna have to move the guys. I might be able to get the first of the bolts in from the other side. Okay, so that's done. Okay. Go up a bit more. Without knocking you guys over. I swear to God, this sounded so much easier in my head. Okay, hopefully a bit more purchase. It's likely to pull out and do some damage. Okay, maybe we can lower it just a hint. Okay. Okay, 2. Let's not get rid of that just yet. Okay. Slightly oily fingers, but the alignment dial went into its appropriate socket. Oh, it did it. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, there's going to be so many steps out of this. Okay, let's have a look down below. Oh, we line it up. Okay. Alignment pin went in. Excellent. Okay. Okay, that's all the screws in place. Let's do them up. I will say this, I don't think it's going to come off. So let's get these straps out of the way. Oh. Whew. There's some tight tolerances. There's very little gap between this and the bearing covering. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm going to make a regular practice of this, I need these for bloody sockets and ratchets. Well, there we go. The gearbox is back in place. I need the springs for this to set the dents. Those are in there. So clutch, high, low. That's the 3 main speeds. High, low. That one's the one that's a bit tight. Well, it's starting to look like a proper machine now. Oh, I'm just getting the paint off this. Because somebody thought it was a good idea, by the looks of it, to paint the sight glass. I am going to have to scrape this thing down, get it to a point where I can potentially paint it, I guess, because it looks like a shit show. Alright, that's where I'm leaving off for today. Next big step will be putting the apron on and the table. I'll leave the ram off for the moment because I still need to scrape it into the bedways. These have been machined, so they're milled surfaces, so they'll need a little bit tidying up. I can use this as a straight edge for the dovetail. The mating key has also been machined, so it will need a little bit of a tidy up as well to get the two to mate up properly. And I'll need to get some oiler covers because I don't seem to have those. What else? Belts. And then I will need to find a sparky to hook it up. Okay, so that's what I'm going to leave off for the moment. I need the springs to go in there. I need to source some more of these screws. So there's a few bits and pieces. The springs have to come up from the Gold Coast. They're with the previous owner and they won't be available to be sent until mid this week. So I won't have them till probably the weekend anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm going to leave off. If you've enjoyed following the journey, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to share it on social media. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. I'd love to keep the channel growing. It's had a little bit of a spurt lately, so thank you to all the new subscribers. And yeah, get out to your shop. Tinker on a project. Make some progress. But above all, stay safe. And I will catch you for the next one.